Hello everyone and welcome back. This is F2PP, bringing you Flintcaster as well, and now we're going to continue from last episode and do some side quests. We're first going to talk to Private Orion, and then head over to Private Connolly, and then finally talk to Ivan Smith. But first, while I was doing the intro, I saw this wooden chest over here, and I'm going to go ahead and snag it up. So, Private Connolly is right over here. We're going to go ahead and talk to him, get that quest finished, and then head to Connolly and get both of these quests done and done. Let's see. Come on, Private Connolly. Private Orion.
You defeated Lady Blackhope? Thanks, Wizard. I'll return to my post now. As a favor, please don't tell Private Connolly what happened. I don't want him to think I'll flee from the first ghost that chases me. I only run from the really scary ones.
Okay, whatever floats your boat. Before we continue this, I really need to start doing this one before I start recording. I'm sorry. Okay. There we go. And like I said before, now we can just finish both of these quests at once by going to Private Connolly now.
I see you found Orion. I suppose some monster scared him out of his wits and he was too frightened to come back.
Well, see, what had happened was...
Well, it's not the first time, and I wager it won't be the last. All's well that ends well. Thanks for finding a wizard.
Glad to hear Dorothy is doing well.
Congratulations! You have just earned your first badge. Each badge will give you a title that you can proudly display below your name tag. If you have multiple badges achieved, then you can choose which one to display by opening your character sheet and clicking on the one you wish to show. Not every title is as easy to gain as the one you have gotten. Good luck in the tougher challenges.
Roger. I think I'll keep the boots I've currently got on. But anyway, let's go talk to Ivan. Actually, what we can do is go to Commons. And this only saves us a few spaces. But hey, every little bit helps, I guess.
So, Lady Oriel sent you? Don't tell me Cyrus put you up to the task of collecting truffle leaves. You know there isn't such a tree. Oh, that's Cyrus. He sends the young students on a quest to gather mythic items, knowing full well that a student cannot find them. This usually causes students to feel like a failure and to transfer to another school. It is Cyrus's way of weeding out the weak, but you saw through it.
I'm not so sure seeing through it is the right word. I mean, it was fairly blatant after all, and well, yeah, the whole concept of quests is kind of destroying that. You know what, never mind.
Here, take some of my leaves. Tell him they are from the truffle tree. Let's see what happens when you do complete his mythic quest.
Fairly mischievous, this one-eyed tree is.
What? You brought me leaves from a truffle tree? Impossible!
Cyrus studies the leaves suspiciously.
It appears you have found these so-called truffle tree leaves, though they bear a striking resemblance to those of Ivan's. Let me consider where to send you to summon a minion worthy of your accomplishment. All right, I have determined that you must summon a myth minion out on Unicorn Way. I'm not sure where. You will have to use your judgment. But if one should deem you worthy, come back and report it to me.
Alright, let's go. After this, we'll take on some more side quests. Because again, I do want to level up a little bit. And, well, the easiest way to do that is to do quests. But, I don't know. If we wind up getting what I think we're going to get at this point, my memory is kind of shot full of holes still. Hold on. Treasure chest, free gold. There we go. 6 gold. Not great, but not bad either. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Depends. If this winds up being what I think it is, then we might actually just continue with the main quest line. If it's not what I think it is, we'll do some more side questing. How about that? Alright, here we go.
You feel a magical presence approaching.
Wizard, you will meet many challenges along the long path laid out ahead of you, but never lose hope. Your destiny has been foretold, and you will prevail. Rely on the strength that the power of myth will provide you. Go and tell Cyrus that you have my favor. If he does not believe you, you must only say this: Taco Toto, Renrio, Renfro. Take care, student of myth.
Well, Unicorn Way. I suppose a unicorn is, gonna happen. Eh. Though, to be fair, I would expect a unicorn to show up for a life wizard. So, yeah. Granted, it is a creature of myth, so I guess that works too. But let's see what we get out of this. If this winds up being the minion, let's see.
You were visited by a unicorn? How unusual. Not many people claim to have seen one of those. Most people are more imaginative and will at least claim a troll.
You speak the words that the unicorn told you. You notice that the professor lets out a short gasp.
So I see. Here, take the spell. But remember, training will only become more arduous from here on out, student.
Alright, we got the troll minion. Let me have a look at this thing. It's an X-Pip spell. You can use up to 3 pips to cast it. And each number of pips summons a different troll. So the 1 pip troll is weaker than the 2nd pip, but the 3rd pip is the strongest. Or at the very least, it's got the most health. The troll also has ability to heal either itself or you with a, I think it's a sprite. What that thing's called? I think I have it. Yeah, right here. A sprite, not this treasure card version, but yeah. Speaking of which, do I have any training points left? Yes, I got 2. 7. I can't remember what level will I have to be... Okay, I wouldn't be able to get that one. I'll wait for the moment. Life is going to be my secondary school that I want to go down. Because I think I really do believe that it'd be the most beneficial to my minions in the long run. Okay, now that we've got our troll minion, let's do some more main questing. We'll do some side quests later. But for now, we're going to head over to Sergeant Muldoon and see what we can cook up. I think we'll go down Triton Avenue next. Again, I do want to save Cyclops Lane for last, because while it's not necessarily going to be more difficult to defeat, get through the main story, it's going to be considerably longer because my minions use mainly myth attack spells. So, there we go.
Susie Griffinbane is down on Triton Avenue asking for help. But we're spread thin with all the problems in Wizard City. I think her brother is lost or something like that. Can you help her out? There's a kid on Cyclops Lane named Nolan Stormgate. You should talk to him. He sounds like he's in trouble. He's dealing with the giants there and has been asking us to send students. Better go see what he wants. There's a kid on Cyclops Lane. He's dealing with the giants there and has been asking us to send students. Better go see what he wants.
Well, I went ahead and got the quest anyway, even though I didn't really mean to. Anyway, we'll go ahead and go over here. And ta-da! Triton Avenue, home of constant storms. Oh, wonderful. This is going to be amazing for my frame rate. Alright, moving on. Got to talk to Susan Griffinbane, I think is the name. She should be right over here. Or we'll just follow the arrow, one of the two. Should be right down this ramp. Yeah, there she is. I really do like the color scheme.
So glad you came. I've been trying to get someone to help me, but the guards are far too busy with all the events of late. The headmaster sent you? Great! My brother and I can use the help. We are trying to stop all the undead that broke down the gate from the haunted cave and invaded the area. My brother Arthur went on ahead to check out the haunted cave. He had a theory that the force behind all this was in that cave. I'm worried because I've not heard from him for a while. Could you go see how my brother is doing? He should be just inside the haunted cave. Maybe he's identified the dark presence responsible for Wizard City's troubles.
Alright, a little bit of experience. And there is another smith over there, which we will have to keep we gotta remember we do need to get that particular quest line from Zeke. Ooh. But yeah, I remember how this used to look before, and I do like the effect of the rain, I really do. Though I am kind of curious, like, this place is like right next door to Firecat Alley. So my ultimate question would be, like, how does that work? I mean, yeah, it's a world of magic, so I suppose that's explanation enough, but at any rate. Anything here to grab? Doesn't look like it. Go over here.
You find a broken wand just inside the haunted cave.
Uh-oh. Oh, back to Susie. I really need to find an editor so I can edit these kind of little parts out so I'm not boring all of you to death. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to find one. At any rate, it shouldn't take too long, he says. Actually, let me see. Do we still have... Yes, we do. Okay. Alright, we have a mount. So we'll go ahead and use this one, because if I remember correctly, this particular quest line has you walking up and down this street quite a few times. So, if only to make it to where you guys aren't completely bored out of your minds doing, watching me, which, admittedly, you're probably bored regardless, but hey, being hopeful here. We'll use the mount to get from one place to another relatively quickly. Okay, here she is.
Did you find him? This is his wand. Something must have happened to him. I'll bet he was right about the haunted cave as being the source of evil. Could you talk to Duncan Grimwater? He is a death student studying the events here, trying to piece together what is going on. He's a little snobbish, but he might have a clue as to my brother's whereabouts. Can you check with him, please?
Righto.
Merle Ambrose sent another student to help out? I guess he thinks that Susie and her brother cannot handle this situation. Well, that's what happens when you send Storm students to do a Death student's job. Susie says that her brother is missing? Ha! I think he is hiding back at Ravenwood. But I'll check around and see what I can find out. In the meantime, I could use some help with my field studies. I need to find out the fighting tactics of the undead. Knowing how they fight may give me some insight into how we can defeat them. I would do it myself, but... I just ran out of treasure cards. It shouldn't be too hard. Just defeat some haunted minions and rotting fodders. Report back to me afterwards.
Alright, fair enough. Now let's see. Haunted minions, there you are. Alright, and we can go ahead and show off the troll. Now, the trolls do have an assortment of spells that they can use. They can use Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 spells. So it makes them fairly versatile. But considering the AI isn't particularly brilliant, it more or less hit or miss. But yeah, trolls can lay traps, like this, myth trap. They can also heal, like I was saying before. The 1 pip sprite spell that's a heal over time is their only heal. Now, speaking of healing, I'll go ahead and heal up here. But yes, each of the it's basically one of 3 trolls, 3 pips. It's a different troll, basically. And really, the only difference is health. That's literally the only difference as far as I'm aware. So usually having the 3 pip troll is better. See, 3 pip spell. I'm gonna go ahead and pass. Let him take this one out. Darby the Cycle. And he's out of there. Alright, that's 1. Get a little bit of health. Come on. Let's go with a golem minion this time. Hopefully this will be a bit quicker. He says before said puppet winds up missing like all of its spells. One hit. probably shouldn't be too surprised. But I guess I'll go ahead and show the higher level trolls. They are, besides their health, there is the minute difference of... Well, is there a difference? My memory has decided to flee me, so I'm not sure if this one looks any different than the other one. Maybe this one's a bit more yellow. Ain't right. I think the first one... I think the one was green. Maybe? I don't know, I'll have to check that. Alright, look. There's the hunk of minion. And they are defeated. Now, we just need to defeat 2 rotting fodders. Fodders. I guess that fodder there. Anyway. They should be a little bit quicker. A little bit. They're storm, so they're going to be weak to myth spells. Having said that, again, this is ultimately what's going to make this challenge fairly slow, is that the AI, once you get to the higher ranked minions, they'll have more spells to their disposal, but they basically have a mind of their own. So you could literally have a minion that just completely refuses to attack, and you know that's always a issue. Yeah, this one's green. Okay. Pass. Right there. Did quite a bit of damage. Got 150 health too. Which is going to die. Wow. Okay. Well, let's get the golem in there. Go ahead and go up. Now, I think I just saw him using a storm snake, so this is probably not gonna finish him. Well, we could actually do it. Oh, color me surprised. Okay. That's that done. Now we just need one more. Maybe we can wind up beating it before the timer runs out. I'll go ahead and go for golem. Even though we have the troll, I'm using the golem more for speed since it will do consecutive attacks. Sadly, we will not beat the time. Oh well. Come on, puppet. Hit. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. There we go. Alright. And that's that. Okay. Next episode, we'll talk to Duncan Grimwater and continue the Triton Avenue quest line. After that, we might do, after we wind up finishing it, we'll do some more side quests, get ready, and, you know, get some new gear, hopefully, when we reach level 10. And after that, we'll go and venture to Cyclops Lane. Anyway, this has been Free-to-Play Player, F2PP, and Flint Caster. And we shall see you all later. Bye-bye.